to believe that they can win.
Goldschmidt back to receive the kickoff for Jordan Travis and this Florida State offense.
Johnny Wilson is a big target, number 14. Number 3, he's a physical runner. Brian Brzee to a game also because of his 15-year-old starter becoming one of the enforcers at the second fly and get to the ball.
We see Beck gets the ball out quickly and the catch is made. G transfer from the Sun Devils. Didn't do a lot in Tempe, just 12 career run by Toafili, who stretches. And catch is made, and that's Toafili.
Fla can get yards after
running out of room and time, and he fired
the football. He was actually elevated.
For a short gain is Toafili. It's going to set
well, so they have all hands on deck
for a first down. Backing across now in on this first down play. He's got the football. Barrels down into the reds.
By Benson breaking through that arm tackle and picking.
Benson tries to bounce this one. Forced him back inside where Trotter cleaned it up. And him in the NFL.
Yeah.
Seminoles strike first. What a drive. Whiff that time. You see Travis, he's elusive. He's third down completion by Travis to quarterback's 20-yard touchdown. Will let this sail over his head. Falker.
Well, Will Shipley, a big part. I think Antonio Williams is a true freshman under verse. The transfer from all lined up.
Two-back look. It's Will Moffa flat. He's a dangerous receiver. And even though he's dropped away, we've seen
he's able to run through tackles. All the bring up Taj Boyd. You can go back to Deshaun.
He's thick, powerfully built too.
Yeah, he's.
Florida State's paddled against them. In fact, a shockingly talented guy, but this is a first for him.
Oh, and you just wonder how the young
coming up to make a big hit.
Receivers when they match up man to man.
Oregon, who drifts back and takes it at his 20. King and baking, a nice return. And Rich and Megan, then I guess he felt fine, but they just had to be cautious about it. And McDonald is going to be knocked down.
Mom, Megan, they were there to see what a lot to me.
It sure was.
His hand, he wanted to bring it back him into the flat, almost comes up with a pick.
Shibben sack him at Clemson. Miles Murphy joined by Mastromano, the Aussie, who boots it high.
Totally involved in this game.
Shipley has that honor for Clemson. He makes the carry. 7 yards of carry.
Yep. But Benson, State's defense, great job in the first series.
Shipley trying to get some runs. It'll be a couple of yards short of the marker.
Clemson is tempo. It's hard to do.
Easily makes it out across the 40. And Uyunglele as a runner. And fires downfield. Has a man wide.
Great play by DJ Uyunglele.
He was at Clemson or Ohio State. Buddy. McCall's going to bring it out. A flag is down very late. Seems to be okay. 32-yard line. They begin from about the 7. Full throw, looped in there to big Johnny Will. 22-yard gain. Travis flexed out. They tried that a couple of times at the mid-season point. And running into heavy traffic.
Good job.
Steps up and delivers underneath, and that's
patient to eventually find his man.
Travis 7 for 9 in the early going. Who's carrying the load along with
15 pounds, running through those.
Brzee still getting accustomed to games. Already 49 rush ball. Try to avoid the sack. Traffic ricochets. Dangerous. Weeks, but the other guys are playing inspired tonight.
Mike Norvell, you kind of hear that
into traffic, including a blocker. He's
for the first.
They play with tempo. Jones muscled him.
Comes down and then came back out to try to positive yards.
He's in a pistol. That's Pittman who motion and fights hard to get back. It's exactly the kind of mistake. Coming in motion, he's got to stop. Going to move the ball back instead of 3rd and 1. Looking tackle as he is bent back. Trotter stops him, but it's a first.
Having this, I mean, we're debating whether or not.
On Marks, they're throwing some body blows behind the line of scrimmage. Penetration by Peyton. Of 4 guys in this D-line who could start. Move here, delivers a shot to Benson, the slot to the left. Benson's the back. Spins, fights, reaches.
His knee looked to me to be down.
They're spotting it about a half yard away. 1. Mike Norvell going for it. So he's gone for it 9 times. And to the fullback who collided with Travis. Down yet. Knowles think he got there.
Have the ability to sustain drive. 93 here.
Fitzgerald, the extra point.
Now into the second.
Won that this year, but the back-to-back losses have certain days between ranking. Here. Down. This is a fire
into Florida State, and they got the energy.
You can crank up
this and forever.
Last time we were here was Willie Taggart's first. But so far, the Noles have been outperforming Clemson. To the left and fires a dart to quiet this crowd on third down. Now looking to play. DJ is going to be dropped. Explodes. Boy, Dabo Sweetie is high.
Kobe Pace is out. Shipley gets a lot of the attention. Grayson in Georgia. It's a big
traffic and just on pure strength. Shift around to the left. Shipley in motion on pure strength, even though the timing was. So a third down conversion and flat gets to the corner. So
receivers love to throw it to their back. Cooper the corner, and then he's Seller.
They fake it to him across the middle. Was running up the seam. That one's on deep. Looked like a design run all the way. Wrestled.
Practice for some of those DBs coming in there. Tackle.
Waste a night for the.
He stays on that hash. He'll go to the left.
And the catch is made by this offense in his freshman season. Right into a bunch of garnet jersey.
They had predetermined to give
me the end zone. Jake Brenningstool, the young March winner of their own. 13 play, half minutes. Offense is humming tonight. 14 put together. Another drive as makes a nice cut, and just like that picks up 6.
Maurice Smith to be able to put
78 rush running. First down, running over. He loves watching the offensive line play. This tripped as he tried to cut back.
Stumbles, loses his footing.
Inside the field, juggling attempt
on it and knocks it away.
Wiggins, he was really distraught, but strong games. 2nd and 10, play clock at 2. This way, trying to make some magic. It's possible. Second, it's incomplete. Right arm bullet.
Whatever. Yeah. Shovel ups and a lot of downs as a starting quarter with all that experience.
3rd and 10. Travis has a lot. He fights, stretches, but is short. Delivers, and it's broken up. Tried to. The last 2 possessions, 75 on the edge, and in those drives.
It wouldn't. Had a heck of diameter. It was.
Shipley again knocked down. Good job to fight.
The first play, they come back the very next play.
Outstanding. Highlights coming your way.
Shipley, meanwhile, on a 3rd down, hit hard.
Already going to go tempo. He looks like he wants to go fast. They're short because that second effort may have got
behind the line.
For quick throws to Shipley and these receivers. Few crossing routes where he could have thrown for touchdowns.
It's the one shot they've really taken. Sting. And Reedy Vance takes Knowles' place in the second. Darts for a first down. We get to the success, and here they go again. Kirk trying to take the
on that. Nice job, by the way, that right side.
Of course, sure hit as he throws, and it's in, but he hasn't been pressured that often. And with a big stiff arm, and he's
and then work back and confuses the defense.
No problem.
Actually, they are so up to.
I'd like to find the end zone and leave Florida State high and off the hands of big in the game. Both flexed out, and that run all the way. Dodges.
The Knowles not fooled at all. Hill. If you make him have to change direction.
Defense. This defense has been out there. The John Bosco Braves in L.A. Incomplete. Overled in
this year from Uyunglele, but have.
Those it right through.
47-yarder. Just watching in pregame.
Now, I was within his range, but as the record.
Outs, and you got a quarterback that's
underneath. Tigers defensive line shifts around and now explodes. Both teams run for 136 in the first half. It wasn't there. He'll duck down.
The entire defensive line chase.
Was Miles Murphy again. A flag is out.
Murphy gets around the left tackles. The beginning 4, middle 8
for Travis, and the Clemson defensive line knew just about in Potter's ranges. Knifing down inside the
Parks, the right guard, and a linebacker just shot.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and they'll spend the
pass on the forehead. Grass stains on it.
Could carry it 30 times. kind of go.
In college, he had 60 against. It was an emphasis coming into this game to get.
Walls to the end zone. And
This read a couple of these zone reads on number 1. And this time, read the end man McClendon.
now, both quarterbacks have been efficient. 14 apiece. Rod Laver Arena. Oh, love it. I do. Beautiful balance. He'll fling.
Results in a touchdown for Clemson. Yards. It was a mix, but onto the ball. He's a point guard. He is
Touted. Bunch of future Sunday guys who's getting posed. Travis is going to escape.
Yeah, it started in bounds, but Bill will fall for that.
I'm not touching that, Kurt.
What they can possibly do here. You try to game plan against that, defend the emotion. They wear a big target. No, they're just going to try to a Toafili reception.
You try to find a way to try to get the ball.
Shipley. Let him down, yes! They'll tackle him at the 3rd. Shipley getting the breathe. Pitches down the middle. Touchdown! Gadget beautifully timed. Shipley set him up. Have a touchdown catch tonight. 19 seconds into the 3rd quarter. Down there.
Man, you're never going to call this. 17 points in 2 minutes.
Now the Noles suddenly find themselves here, and the Tigers defense is
kind of rattled, kind of becoming.
They rush for short completion. I mean, you haven't stopped them. Mike
Just keep rotating their ends to stay fresh.
Travis has time to McDonald. Jalen Phillips didn't get to Clemson until June, but comes out. Is it shades of the punt route for the 3rd consecutive possession? Uyunglele will hold off the upset. Bad news. 2nd and 11. Him down, but he gets to the edge and scoots out of bounds.
And that's good. They need more depth on the defensive front. Turn number 3 is in there now, but
3rd and 3. Uyunglele again.
Patrick Payton looked like he had.
Spot foul makes it 3rd and 3. Big play for this. Stretch it out. They're ready for that play this time, but and then got knocked down. You know, this Noles deep been a little bit of a problem in these recent weeks, and it's
Your margin of error, you just have to put.
incredibly frequently, and that time it's had so many dudes who could. There were none on the Noles defense a year ago. They're
To build it up, it's definitely got a different feel.
Ace makes a cut, and another first. Not easy for him to chase down, dodging at tackles, driving those.
What a guy, you know that he means.
Dabo sprinting down the side and walk in. There's a flag down. Zone incomplete. Joseph
Out of Orlando, he's their best.
targeted Bo Collins tonight. The high school tees up to the left side there. Couldn't get away from P.T. Potter. Played his worst game just for a 20-point lead midway. So 6 possessions.
Yeah, Florida State early in this game. They were
Lights out.
Yeah, he played great.
Benson tackled down. You know,
Don't go to Atlanta. That's their only loss.
the SEC championship game result goes there. Wilson. But what it also creates.
Alabama's defense give up big plays, and even last week, they're going to be a tough out for anybody.
Jordan as he scrambles and lofts.
Avoiding that pressure, boom, just like that.
Tigers affect the quarterback. He had to get rid of it early.
By this defensive line. He's not maybe getting sacks, but he's
Back deep. Kicks it high.
NC State. They played Syracuse quarterback. Bang! I finally might. Are we trying to give you the Clemson quarterback? Or
No. Bear, just are we?
The dome, yes.
yeah, I remember.
Well, then you are.
Quarterback play for Syracuse that night, though. He's going to be knocked down short.
Well, I just don't know if we're going to be answering news. I'm feeling good.
And Dabo apparently own end up by 20. It was Will Putnam that jumped. We'll never know if they. Well, we have a stop. Micah Pittman back deeply returned. The #1 rated special team. But Potter solid on the field goal line. Pretty good cut.
The last
Bill
time
Bunnell's
Syracuse
undefeated Orange.
did this late in the year.
He's been
He said 87. Man, in the 80s and 90s, you didn't.
It's a powerful running game.
These defensive backs that play a lot of man-to-man.
over the head.
In there, by the way, a step or two.
This makes a cut and dives out near mid.
You might eat a little bit more. At least give your athletes a chance to make a play.
Offensive coordinators use one of your own guys.
Yep.
Delivers the smile about it a little bit. Travis rolls, running for his 6 snaps against Boston College. And ain't much tonight.
Yeah. You know, they're going to turn him loose here. Looks like they're going to blitz him.
Went up to snag that is Pokey Wilson.
On that 2nd and long.
Pittman motions over on 3rd and slung to the ground. A row.
Yeah.
It's just like the vintage Clemson defensive line. Pocket from the middle.
Right,
just get right back.
Even with Brazee not in there as much.
Before the end of the quarter. I don't know why they wouldn't. So, Clemson. Start of the 4th down, and good completion, but run a couple of them. But sometimes it's the hits and the hurry. Giving chase. Travis.
Keep in mind the previous play, he just got hit by. Just keeps coming back and being the leader
for Wes Goodwin's defense. He's trying to give Wilson a big 6-7 target. Top this 27-point. And it's to the football. That time Nate Wiggins.
Again, one-on-one.
And again, it's just too far out. It's trying to too far to the edge. And now a keeper trying to get to the outside, and no, sir. And flying up to make the play. The ball is batted down to the line of scrimmage by dominant after halftime here. Downfield shot and caught up in traffic.
Right now.
And that's a great point, Holly. Began when they beat Florida State a year ago. They already lost.
This year's been different.
Line and no chance, out of bounds, way.
After the goal line stand, they came out throwing. We're trying to work clock. They came out first.
Is very short.
Russell's
Portes.
Right? So I think he's playing.
Travis is going to be flushed again.
At the end of this game, Dabo swings his defense. He's not having a mind in many where he has had to just take.
And that touchdown. And finds a crease. And he'll
then times it perfectly to get upfield.
Down the seam, it's complete to Johnny.
And then trying to find vertical seams. Get a chance to get downfield between it.
Down, they won't be throwing a fade to him this time down there. Blocked for a running play, but looking to throw KJ Henry. Boy, down there. And Wilson in some pain.
Down here, they took a couple shots to
field, trying to get out of the way of 2 backs. And
left in because that's Murphy came that way. Just completely blew.
Hurry. Just get it off. Wide open. Touchdown. It's been a start pretty good for Douglas. Yes, Kentucky trying to stop the momentum of the visits Alabama next week. Still running it, and he's going to be spun down.
The field and Adam Fuller and Mike Norvell. We're going to play a full 60. Get a stop.
And in no hurry, will make use of for about a yard, brought down. Option wrinkle from the running game, and it works for a first.
That was really well done there. Patience and making McClendon eventually. And on a big 3rd down.
Boom. Barrels into.
Little subtle adjustments. Sometimes we're coaching it thrown away by this guy's football IQ in there.
Major. This is way. See, gather around.
With great years.
We're going to not run hard. Barrels down.
The offensive line and a lot of these double teams. Offensive line and getting up to the back thing opens up in this offense.
6 passes for 48 yards.
I mean, he came in highly touted out of Charlotte, big out of Weddington High School, and just be the guy right away. And he walked out. He's much faster.
Bertha Shipley's mom awarded the game us. Down behind the line, 2nd sack of the night. Home as the Card games. It must 11 in a row. That's a bad home.
You know, such a long way to go for both the Drake May and North Carolina's got a chance. Yeah, they're losing
13. There's a priest trot in one different challenger after hang around for a few rounds. Sometimes they get. I guess it's a low-risk play.
Some of it. I mean, they're going to be heavily happening with Tennessee and Alabama, Ohio State.
I think they had something to prove
after watching the Wake Forest game. They had 6
games at home, and then putt is away from beautifully executed there. Sands from the 5. They do get the big receipt from his end zone, delivers across the middle.
Chip and all that. You have a motivated, the year that they went through last year, think they belong, which is winning the East.
And Georgia will collide in the SEC East. It would be surprising at this point if they were not
at home.
Oklahoma as Travis is trying to escape, fight first down. Quarterback continues. And he's got a man running free. And that is interesting down the stretch.
Hit that tight end.
And another big throw. He had Pittman.
The thing about that is it stops the clock with
about the versatile weapon and a nice return on the looks underneath. And again, he's using still. Scanning, fires to the end zone.
Wiggins. We've seen these receivers. When you run a route and you've got to
try to and Spector just wait.
You're just hoping it takes that quick little hop and then Pittman timed it up.
Low risk handoff, and he's going to make a first down, so that'll first.
Give it to Will Shipley. This game looked like it was going to get a team kept playing hard.
As it built the lead, but the Noles consecutive loss for Florida State. The challenge will be for his guys to
throwing fits this offense very well.
Was busy scoring all the time. Their defense,
and in blink of an eye, they 8 was a 17-0 run.
Over the Noles in this rivalry, 13. Again, it's the mistakes, and this is, and it's going to be another loss for Florida State. They've had
energy, and they'll try to just keep. We would call a revenge tour that they're on.
Well, there were people thinking that DJ was going to erase that narrative. He continues to finally back together, Kirk, for the first to respond.
They sure did. You know, and